There we go. Perfect. Now it's on the headphones. Alrighty, long time no see for everybody. This is RuneScape DragonWilds. It's a brand new one that Jagex has just put out like 2 days ago. I think is when it released, 2 or 3 days ago. I'm a huge RuneScape player. I've played it since it was on dial-up, like way back in the day. So I've been waiting for this. I've known about the project for a while, and then finally got the key and got some stuff. So we're gonna dive into it today. Now I have played quite a few different hours. I do have a character on here, but we're gonna make a new one so we can go through the whole thing together. And we'll just shorten it there to JSD. All right, so right now it's in early access, so some stuff is limited right now, but that's still not too bad. So you can be male or female, obviously. And you have, let's see, we got all the different skin tones here. I prefer, I think, that. Very limited faces right now. I think I like 3 the best. Very limited eyes and eyebrows right now, so I tend to go with the ones that are not quite so bushy. I think I like 1. Eye color. Go green. I like the way that looks. Pretty piercing. Sup, DM? How's it going, man? Alright, it'll be on the channel, I promise. It has a playlist all of its own, so you can find it right there, my man. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. There's a few hairstyles. I'm thinking I want to do something. Maybe we'll make like a Viking-ish character. Yeah, something like that. So instead of green, we'll give him blue. Argenvarger. Awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. It's been a long time since I streamed, so we're gonna go blue eyes. So we're gonna do like a Viking. We're gonna try to make him that. There should be a Viking beard too. Oh yeah, right there. Hair color. There we go. That's that blonde eyebrow color. We're gonna make that match. Actually, we're gonna make it just a little darker, just because that's pretty common for people's eyebrows to be a little darker than their actual hair. Just depends on the person, I guess, but and instead of that, we'll name him Ivar. After Ivar the Boneless. We're going to start. So as you can see, it's in beta. As it says here, we're delighted to have you on this journey with us. Pardon our dust. The project is in early access, so you may encounter bugs or issues during your time in-game. Balancing and content is not yet final. We want to hear from you. We've got a range of social channels, including our Discord, where we'll be using community feedback to inform the future roadmap of the game. We're always on the lookout for feedback, so stay tuned for more updates. Until then, have fun. There is a cool part here in this that they've done. You can go to updates, and anything that they've got coming soon, obviously it's not in there yet, but is right here. And then, of course, you have social, which you'll have your friends. And then you have your video customization, all the stuff that's normal. I like to have full screen windows so I can switch between both sides if I need to. Might turn off press to sprint maybe. So, and then they have their roadmap, which is available. So right now, we're in this. This is what's in development right now. So, Fell Hollow is a region suspended between life and death, ruled over by Soul Eater Dragon Imaru, who is twisted by the wild anima of Ashenfall and the cursed energy of the underworld. As well known, RuneScape character Death will guide and task players, but be warned, ghosts, skeletons, and undead ogres are abound. Then they've got their new skills, magic, ranged, and farming. Those are in development and in working. New quests, lore, gear, music, all that, which I gotta say, the score is really good, so I'm gonna keep the score going. I'm not gonna mute anything. And then more, so new enemy types, lesser dragons, new dragon slayer gear, masterwork weapons, expanded base building, homesteading, building defenses, all that. Raising the skill crafts, all that kind of good stuff. Because this game actually has full-on building, so you can actually build in this game a la Valheim, all those good ones, PAX Day, anything out there that's got like an avid building system, that is actually in this game as well. And then you have lots of different things. They're going to have dedicated servers, so you can have your own server and have your friends play, so then they can play on that server even when you're not there. Tonight we're going to be doing play solo, but then you also can play with your friends, play games so your friends can join. That's actually what I did. I'll probably actually just go into that because if nobody's invited, then it doesn't matter. And then you have to play with community, play a game with the community, which is pretty cool. So you can sit there and then you can just basically open a world and then people be able to access it. So we're just going to hit play with friends, world type friends. You can have friendly fire. We're going to use the name of one of my favorite books for the name. Asia. That's one of my favorite, the world from one of my favorite books. We're not going to put a password in. I'm not worried about that. Oh, I've already created a name. All right. Well, we're just going to do... we'll do a tribute out to DM there. DM, whatever. That's the name of our world. Boom. We're going to create that and see what happens, because it does have seeds. I don't know if anything's necessarily super different, though.
Adventure called, a brave few answered, and the expedition set sail. Among them, an elite band of explorers, some of Gillinor's finest. They were bound for uncharted waters in pursuit of a legend. Ashenfall. Had only they known the danger. Dragons, winged death descended from the skies. Blades were drawn and spells cast, but the dragons rained ruin. And so they vanished into the wild. They adapted, endured, wielded magic, sharp as steel, wits keen as arrows, always searching for a way to call for aid. And at last, they found it. The heroes are on their way, and the dragons, they'll never see it coming.
Okay. We are stepping into the world right here. So this is RuneScape DragonWilds. Wilds. I don't know why I said winds, but as you can see, it's very different from standard RS, but super awesome. I didn't know you were a big RS or Argenbarger. Dude, let me tell you, from the beginning, this is gonna be really cool. I like the wise old man. He's got a party hat on, like that. There's just so many awesome nods. I think that's, if I'm right, that's a Saradomin staff that he's holding right there. So yeah, super cool. So we're going to talk to the wise old man.
Yes. Hello.
Welcome to Ashenfall. Sorry about the mess. Had a bit of a dragon problem. That's why we've called for you. You've come at a great time. Heroic opportunities await. This long-forgotten place is just screaming to be explored. All right, so I can begin the tutorial, or I can work it out. I'm going to say I can work it out just because I've already done that, and I don't feel like sitting here and just being like tutorialized on stream. I'm going to say that fair enough. I do like someone that can show initiative, but not here. Come find me in Bramblemead Village, and we'll get started. Okay, So, rather than go through, oh yeah, you got to make this to craft, you got to do this to this, we're going to make our way there. But I'm going to show some. You see, oh my god, I didn't notice that the first time, but when that dragon swooped by, all the trees just like shook. That's awesome. So, let's look at getting... So what we need to do is we need to be able to make a few things. And so now that I grabbed stone, it unlocked things. Anything that uses stone, well, not stone, but the game works very much on when you discover a new crafting material, then new recipes open up, which is actually a system I'm quite fond of personally. So let's make this crafting table here, because we need to get ourselves some stuff. Being one of the early accessors, I get access to this, which is the Pioneer's Cape. You can see that's the ship from the narration in the beginning. So let's look at here. It's... Oh, whoops, I was looking in the wrong spot. And then I'm going to craft this Pioneer's Scarf. Throw that on. So might as well have both of those things. Alright, let's see here. So we need some stone and we need some wood. I need actually a lot of stone and a lot of wood. So let's get to finding the stone we need. Stone and wood. But there's stone and wood aplenty, so that's not too bad. Now this game does have food and thirst. You can see on the bottom left-hand corner we've got our daylight meter. When that runs out, that means it's going to be nighttime. So I actually really like that because it lets me know, okay, because you need to sleep in this game, or that reduces how much stamina you're going to have. And then if you run out of thirst or you're starving to death, then that's going to affect whether or not you're going to be able to... it'll basically reduce you down to like one hit point, and then boom, you'll die from anything that sneezes on you, but you won't die outright from it. As you can see there, we just leveled up our wood cutting because this game has the same style and progression system as RuneScape does. You can even see that's basically the same. That's just a modernized version of the RuneScape skill logo for wood cutting. So a lot of... they're keeping all that, like most all of that RuneScape charm, but then kind of modernizing the game in a lot of ways. And because I leveled up enough, I can now do what they call the overhead, because you have special abilities you can use. And a lot of things have special abilities. So now I've got the overhead chop, which works when it's down on the ground. If you try to do it when it's not on the ground, it's drastically reduced, because that would not be an efficient way to cut a tree down. So... Alright, so we got plenty of wood, I think. Yeah, I got 30. So let's make this shield, because I want that shield. Now I need a couple more rocks, and I can make a pickaxe. So let's go grab... I know there's at least a couple rocks over here. And then we'll go make a pickaxe. We'll take said pickaxe. Mine some stone, and then we'll make that weapon there. Trying to get myself situated. Now in here you're going to have, this is your quest item stuff. Your runes will actually, any of the runes that you craft or use, they'll actually be stuck here. The runes for doing magic, they'll go here instead of being in your inventory. They have their own, which is nice, because then it makes it easy to find them. I'm going to snag some berries here. I'm going to eat them. They're not super filling, but they're better than nothing. All right, let's go find something we can break down. Right here. one of the nice things is when you do cut things down and they break and they shatter into a bunch of pieces, they suck into you. Now, if you're too far away, they'll just sit on the ground, but you don't have to sit there and hit E on everything and pick everything up. So, a nice touch that just makes it a little bit better. There we go. So now, block, attack. There we go. So let's get in a fight with this thing. And you see it took some of my stamina down, but I didn't take any damage. So that is a nice thing about a shield, which I have not been rocking a shield in my current playthrough because I've been doing more archery because that's something I'm more drawn to myself. But for this, I want to jump out of kind of what I normally do and play some showcase some of the other classes. So right now I'm going to mine some rune essence here. That's what you use to craft runes. So it's always worthwhile to get that. Oh. And getting rune essence also levels up your rune crafting and your mining. So you're kind of getting a double whammy. Now there is spells in this game that you get. Like, you don't, unlike the normal RuneScape experience, you don't learn those skills. Like, you do and you don't. Like, your progression allows you to learn them, but as you do things, you unlock them. So they're kind of like, I'm just killing some chickens. I want to make sure I have some food. And I can get some feathers in case I need them for anything else down the line. Now these chickens will actually attack you. See, he's preparing. He's got his cackles going, or whatever they have. He's got those wings up, like, come at me, bro. So I did. But if I hit K, this takes me to this. So you can see +1% chance to critical, +1% to critical, +1%. So as you level up, the better you're going to get. So now the next one I would unlock would be Lift with Your Hips. The weight of stone, clay, and sand raw materials is reduced by 25%. And then you go down another 5, and you get this, Rocksplosion, which allows you to basically use earth runes and fire runes and explode a bigger area of rocks without ever having to mine it. So a cool little thing there. Then more Gem Prospector. Mining ore now sometimes produces gemstones. Oh, I heard him coming at me. I heard imposter in there. And it's good to collect a bunch of water. So I'm going to get about 40 water here. Just every time I tap it. There we go. So there's power levels. As you see, I'm power level 1 right now with the gear that I have on me. If I go to the map, I don't think it shows you yet on the map, but like this is a power level 1. You go up here, this is power level 2. I believe this one's power level 2 as well. And it's a fairly good sized map. So. Oh, there it goes. It prompted right there. Power level 2. So. We'll see if this cow attacks me, because they were... Yep, that's what I thought. There we go. And then from that, I got animal bones, animal hide, and raw meat. So, not bad. Oh, I didn't even see that I'd run into this guy. That's fine. So we're gonna... Oh, there's some lore here. Pungent scribble that weren't meant to happen. It weren't meant to be lots of us, and lots of the humans, and then we weren't meant to skewer the beastmen on the end of our spears. Big High War God was gonna be real pleased with us all, and then we were gonna have a feast. Instead, we're the feast. That's not fair. That's not how it meant to work. There I was, chasing down a beastman runt, when a great walloping dragon comes out of nowhere and lands on the goblin boss man, squashes him into jelly, and not the good kind, with bits of fruit, and the bad kind, with bits of chieftain. Then the dragon goes for the rest of us, breathes a great big jet of fire, and turns all of me friends into charcoal. When did dragons work with beastmen? Why did dragons work with beastmen? What did dragons, Thinking make my head hurt. Sod this. I'm gonna go hide in a cave till it all goes away. Goblins good at hiding in caves. Probably nothing bad in caves. Alright, so there's a little bit of goblin lore there. And you'll run into these chests. So in here I got some earth runes. I got that. And then you'll unlock different plans. So if I double click on that, I'll learn the keg barrel. Now when I go into build, now I unlocked these from getting a progression there, and then this stuff here. But like right here, storage, decorations, keg barrel. And then you can see that's what it looks like. You can do that. Rotate forward and back. So yeah, that's basically your basics there. We're going to talk to him now that I've made it here. Good, you've got the basics under your belt, but now the guide ropes are off. Taking down a dragon won't be easy, but you've got the skills you need to do it. Well, almost. We need to start thinking long term. Bramblemead Village is an excellent place for an outpost, even if it is a little overrun with goblins right now. We should build our new base of operations here. By we, I mean you. Bad back. Doesn't need to be fancy, though style is always worth pursuing, but it needs to be functional. Make a shelter, some foundations, walls, and a roof, and then build and claim a bed inside of it. You can go bigger, of course, let your inner architect run wild, but the bed's the bare minimum we need to get started. Go on, hop to it, get. Anything else I can help you with? Tell me more about these dragons. When my comrades and I set foot in Ashenfall, we thought it would be a paradise. Lush green fields, tall and resilient trees, a world unsullied. But then dragons happened. They swooped down from the skies and decimated the landing party. Whole teams of people, gone, just like that. Queen Coldra bids you welcome, they laughed, as our comrades drew their final breaths. So here's the deal. I need you to kill them all. Show these dragons and their queen that we're not just going to roll over and die. We fight back, and we fight back hard. Can you tell me about the Queen Coldra? I know very little about this Coldra character, except that Velgar pledged his loyalty to her. From what I can gather, she's something like royalty to the dragons here. Never a good sign. She's spoken of not with the reverence due a monarch, but with the devotion due a deity. I don't like that, not one itty little bit. Anything else I can help you with? Nope, that's it. Alright, so, and then he gave us a skill book here. This is a tome of rune crafting. So you take that, and you'll notice I'll get a level up probably. Yep, there it goes. Once I get up to level 8, I can get the wind step. That's pretty cool. And then as you unlock, okay, fire runes, law runes, locks craftable to rune. You got that. What's this? Conjure forth a fire spirit to light your way. That's pretty cool. Essential strength. The weight of rune essence is reduced by 50%. So there's only 27 levels here for rune crafting, but there isn't an actual tree for magic or the archers yet. I believe there's a tree for everything else, though. Yeah, there's a tree for fighting. So this one will give me a parry, so I can parry, which is awesome. Melee weapon special action allows me to use special attacks of the melee weapons. Tempest shield allows me to cast a shield to protect myself. Then you've got unleash additional attacks for all melee weapons. Then you've got enchant weapon with fire, which is really awesome. Adaptability, weapon rack unlocks the ability to build a weapon rack to display your weapons. Then you've got enchant weapon air. I'm assuming there's going to be all of them. Lesser potion of attack, training dummy. Unlocks the ability to build a training dummy to test your melee weapons on. I'm assuming that's kind of for DPS, which is always useful. Whetstone allows crafting of whetstones at the crafting table, which can be used to sharpen melee weapons for increased damage. That's pretty cool. Now, it shows 49, but there is 99 levels. I'm assuming once you hit this, I don't know if it has a thing that tells you like this or that, like, or if the rest of them will unlock once you hit it, or they're just not in just yet. But this is a pretty cool an astral projection, so you can throw an astral axe, which cuts down the tree in one chop. Bird's nest to find extra loot. Be able to chop thorny vines. Splinter, a powerful spell that can chop fallen trees into wood logs. So basically, you can use that in combination with the other one. You can throw the spectral axe, cut it down, and then hit it with that, which is pretty cool. Then we've got lumber storage. You can now build a lumber storage, a very high capacity storage for logs and planks, and so on and so forth. So every tree has its own little things, like the construction one at 20, summon a shelter. Construct a temporary shelter through the power of astral magic. It even has a bed. That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that one, to be honest. What's the last one? Access your personal storage chest from anywhere. Sweet. So each one of these specialty things, for the most part, are like spells that then you access via your wheel. So it's got a. I mean, the game has a ton of potential. I'm super excited for it. Been really happy with seeing a lot of this stuff. This is another cool one, bark to bones. You can just turn a tree right into bones, which you use for a lot of the early crafting. So it's pretty nice. This one allows you to superheat your your forge to boost the speed of its smelting and stuff. Magical mending. Throw your items down and repair them instantly through the power of nature magic. That's awesome. Which is actually really handy because there is durability on your tools and on your weapons. Unlocks the armor mannequin. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the gist of a lot of that. So let's see about getting ourselves... Oh, my guy definitely needs... I'm going to drink dirty water even though I don't really want to. Well, let's test out the building stuff here. Let's see. Let's take our axe here. Cut this ash tree down. Boom. I'm going to sit right here, so that way it rolls towards me. Oh, my stamina. Oh, there we go. That's better. All right. what kind of... That's pretty cool. Like, I like that there's lots of decorations. So, like, when you get to that point of making something, you have a lot of options, which is pretty cool. Now, you might think, why is there so many beams and pillars and whatnot? That's actually because this game has Valheim-like physics as well. So let's build our place up a little higher, which means that things have to be supported. It has a pretty free snap base, which is pretty awesome. There's also, let's see, cycle snapping. So this is like the minimalistic one. Then there's like the itty bitty one. And then there's none. And this is free placement. So you have lots and lots of ability to really customize your stuff. Let's see here. Let's go back. Let's see. Can I build a... Yes. All right, let's build a fire. Actually, instead of a fire, can I build the other thing yet? Yes, I just need some stone. And even picking up stone does your mining. That one, I think they would do better to let that not be a thing. Like, yes, you can pick it up if you want to pick up individual stones, but probably not let it be like something that actually increases your stuff. I don't know. That's just my thinking on that. Okay, now that we got this cooking pot, the cooking pot is nice because you can put 2 ingredients. The campfire, I think, is really more for like, oh, you're gonna and because I just built this and used it, I just unlocked a bunch more recipes, which is awesome. The camp's like for on the go. I'm gonna open up a Mountain Dew, not a beer, but a Mountain Dew. Well, that does its thing because that's the only thing so far that I've found that I think needs to be really reined in is probably their food and water consumption. Oh, did that fall off it? That, and I need to adjust this because it's just kicking all my stuff out the wrong side. I'm just going to delete this real quick, collect everything, and alright, let's put the dirty water in there. Oh, I'm basically done already. Okay. But now it should put it, should spit, oh. It should spit it out the front here, which is good. Let's just throw a stake in there and see if I'm right. See if that, I believe it spits it out of the front where the fire is. So I'm going to get filled up with water here. Yep. Wait. Eat that steak, help us be a little bit more prepared. I think I might do one more set. I need more trees, but I'm gonna leave that tree. You can take these saplings up if the person really wants to. I'll get you wood. And then as you can see, when I built this, I also unlocked these smaller guys, which is pretty cool. But let's see. Let's go on to walls. We'll put I'm gonna put a single door. I'm not gonna get too elaborate. Right there. Walls. You have like, I mean, there really is like, of course, right? My cooking pot's in the way. Oh shoot, that was the wrong thing. I did not mean to delete that. I can assure anyone of that. Alright, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build this double window first. Then I'm gonna go back into these crafting things. Now I need ash logs because I don't think you get full resources back when you delete, but it does give you some, which is nice. I guess we'll chop a tree down. I mean, might as well. That's how you get all that XP. Oh. Yep, I unlocked the astral projection. Allows me to cut trees down in one shot, which is actually really useful. Now, you can take the stump down. It only gives you one, though, so I just kind of... I don't know if it grows back or if it stays there. If it grows back, unless you cut it all the way down, then that becomes the person's, personal preference, I guess, at that point. If they want them to keep coming back. I usually like my stuff to keep coming back, so... Alright, so we're gonna do just some normal walls. And then let's just throw a window wall. From the window to the walls. Now I need some more wood. But I can show that. Oh no, I still have to. I'd have to make them. Let's see. I just need a little bit of stone. I think I can find the majority of the stone I need. I'm gonna snag these cabbages because that's a new material. Always good. Now I've got fried cabbages. I can't remember if it actually tells you or not. Recipes. Okay, yeah. So if we go here, cabbage, then it has like a brief thing on it. Some of them don't. Some things don't have pictures, but they all have descriptions. And then these are your actual food, drinks, and potions. So dried red berries, you can take them, put them in a campfire, and then you get the dried version. I don't even think it has to be a campfire. Well, maybe I guess that's like if you're out and about. I guess that's the idea. Ferocious infusion, 300 seconds, refreshing. Evasive infusion. Smaller creatures can be annoyingly good at getting out of the harm's way. When boiling water infused with a small fang belonging to one of these critters, this evasive essence can be pulled into the clean water, allowing the drinker to benefit. So I'm assuming this is like, I don't know what this one. Oh, it's easier and far more refreshing than normal water. You'll find this hydrates you much better than normal. Wellberries. I don't know if I've even found wellberries. But because I had this, it unlocked that. This must give me more melee damage. I'm assuming this gives me increased stamina. You got your fried cabbage. Red berry infusion. Juice of the berry infused in the water with a pleasant flavor is easier and more refreshing to drink, offering greater hydration. Alright, so that's cool. There's some things that I've just in my rush to do things. I not missed things, but just haven't looked at them as closely as I would like to. Just trying to clear these real quick. So this here tells you exactly what you'll get. So you get feathers and chicken and raw bird meat. You get animal hide, animal bone, and raw steak. And then from a kevet, you get coarse animal fur and animal hide scraps, which is good because one makes a string material, one makes something entirely different. And so an ash tree has a chance to drop a bird's nest, red berries. So it kind of gives you a little extra on it. Runescape geyser. Imbued leather wrappings. These wrappings are made from leather of a powerful and dangerous beast. The ambient anima of Ashenfall infused with its sturdiness that most leather wrappings can't equal. Interesting. Pungent scribble. And then these are all the gods, basically. And main players. This says people, but like Armadil is a deity, Bandos is a deity. The Guthix, Saradomin, and Zamorak for sure are all deities in RuneScape. And then these are different areas that you can go to and different things. This one's vaults are like dungeons. I have some berries, some red berries. I'm kind of curious to see what the red berries infused infusion will do. Since you always get like 3 from a bush. I need 4. There's plenty of red berry bushes around here. Now I'm curious if you only get 1 or if it has a higher output than what I'm anticipating. It should tell me my output though. Yeah, it's 1. Red berry infusion. Now if it's really good though, I mean, hey. I feel like that thing's gonna charge me, but he's just not doing it. We need to add some fuel. Let's see. Ash logs and coarse animal fur. So I need to go kill me some kebits. Go. There's a gobbo. Your turn. Come on, strike away. Now I've unlocked the parry system. 2 wooden barrels. Now, once you've learned a recipe, it's of, as far as I know, no use to you again. So, Quarrymaster's Potion, Vestige, a threadbare grain sack. I don't know what that is. I've seen it before. I am not familiar exactly with what it is. Alright, so let's eat ourselves some bird. It says it's a resource. Oh, okay. That unlocked Bag of Noggin. Gotcha. Which is just, it's just a kind of a funny thing you can wear. Okay, we're going to eat all those. And then eat some of these berries to get ourselves all the way to full. Now we should have enough to... Oh, I need ash logs, that's right. Silly me. Now I can claim this. Oh, alright, well, we're going to have to cut down some stuff. So I leveled up. I unlocked fine building pieces, so really small ones. It's basically any of the pieces you can already use. There's medium and small, or as they call it, fine building pieces. I feel like there's going to be a lot of really nice building capabilities with this game. Because they added a lot of the crucial pieces to make your bases look cool. One of those things being like triangles. Because like there's some seriously good stuff you can do with like triangle pieces. That one's a small wall. You know, I'm just gonna leave that open. I kind of like that better than having the stick window. So there's small 45 roofs, like all sorts of stuff in here. But I'm gonna do so those, one of those. Let's see, do I have? I do. So let's throw a torch. So we have some light. Instead of being in the pitch black. Let's look at walls here. So I just need 2 more, so I'm not gonna cut any trees down right now. Now this is outside because certain things have to be certain places. So this one specifically cannot be under a roof. It's a little odd, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna really that's not gonna really bug me. That is though, because I just screwed that up. Now I have to get more sticks, but I'm purposely letting myself run out of water for the most part. I want to see how satiating that red berry stuff is, because I've only been drinking normal water, so that'd be something a guy could really stock up on. Flame. Now we can sleep. Sorry, it's morning. You have to get up. Alright, so... Can't do that. Let's throw this water in there. We'll clean that. And then when you kill goblins, they drop these goblin packs. A cloth shoulder bag, grimy and poorly kept. You open them, they will drop goodies. So this one dropped 2 air runes and 3 rune essence. So not bad. Early game cabbages, they're not the best like food, but if you need food, I mean, they're worth it. But you can also take them, since cabbages are pretty plentiful. Didn't want to switch to my club. Since cabbages are quite plentiful, and you should be in the early game should be able to find a fair amount of potatoes right around here. So I'm going to snag this flax because that's going to unlock a whole new slew of things that I can make. So if we take this flax, not flax, sorry, potatoes. Oh, you know, I might try something. So if we take that and that, now we're going to get vegetable soup. We'll have to add some fuel, but we'll get 3 of them. So let's see here. That's skills, journal, some map. One thing that's interesting is the journal just has your world, recipes, and knowledge. Your map has your primary and secondary quests. So right now I need to speak to a wise old man and basically tell him, hey, I did all this. I'm awesome. So. Alright, let's play. Whoa. Oh, crap. For people's knowledge, that dragon will attack you. So that's something to be aware of. So let's craft like 20. Each one is 10, so you get 10 of each when you craft them, because it tells you the amount you get right beside them. Because I crafted that, now I can craft earth runes. We're going to do that. There's 70. That's only 70. But now I have like this wind step one. Allows me to jump great distances, which is nice. It's a one-time use. A lot of certain skills are one-time use. But like, if the axe you're currently wielding isn't good enough, then you can't cut that tree. But like this tree, oh yeah, I can cut this tree. Boom. And that's why it'd be cool to have the other ability that allows you to just completely destroy the tree for the logs. So you can just boom, hit it with one, boom, hit the other. So I don't think it has a cooldown. No, it does. It has a slight cooldown, but it's not much. Some abilities have a large cooldown, so you can't overdo it. I forget what one I was using earlier, but it had a really large cooldown, like 260 seconds. So, something to be aware of, that some of them might take a second, which is kind of what's nice about like early on using. See, I just unlocked the ability to find birds' nests. So if I go to Q, okay, so they tell you 45 seconds for that one, 3 seconds for that one. So, and then they tell you the costs and all that. So, we're gonna get ourselves some wood logs, then we're gonna go talk to that old man. You know, let's arrive in style. Hello, old wise man. Good, you've built a shelter. I mean, it could do with some work. We're gonna be here for a while, so have you considered decor at all? Maybe some better lighting, curtains, a single potted plant. No, you're right. It's not important. Why live it up when there's so much squalor to enjoy? Anyway, look, we're set up here, but there's one of our number missing. Young Cathan, an adventurer in training that came along with us. He disappeared after we got the lodestone working, vanished before you arrived. I'd like you to track him down. To do that, I need you to cast a locator spell. I'm just missing one ingredient, which I'll need from you, antlers. You can get them from deer, hunt one, and bring me the antlers. Then we'll get started. But first, here, take this. So, if I remember right, this is a tome of construction, which is nice. Always take extra stuff there. Alright, let's see how much this red berry thing gives me. About half, so that's not too bad. What, you step into me? Huh? Bam! Bam! Take that, chicken. Attack me. I saw the glint in your evil little eyes. Beady eyes of the chicken. Right, so right here's some triangle pieces. You're gonna have triangle pieces there. You're gonna have triangle pieces here. I'm gonna do this because I feel like I keep having troubles. And then I'm gonna do the. I thought they had even smaller pieces. There's medium. Oh, please tell me he's not gonna attack me. Just doing flybys. He will attack though. I got brutalized by him once. It was not an enjoyable experience. Oh, there it is. Alright, so... It's okay. Not the greatest, but that's okay. And then I think what we're going to do, real quick for the fun of it, I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to put all with a door. Now, let's see. I hit build and I go to flooring. And I grab this square tile and I set it, I bring it up to here. Let's switch to single snapping. You can see how the color changes. Well, that's letting us know that it's unstable. So what we need to do, we need to add some pillars. Now I need a few more resources, so let's just gather those real quickly. So I'm kind of envisioning this as like upraise, and I have tons of different little things. Like I have my crafting room, I have my this room, all that kind of stuff. Guess I kind of have picked this area clean, so. Oh, we got a live one. Oh yeah, parry. There we go. I could have sworn I heard like another one of them. Throw that thing. Oh. Let's see here. Great. So, back to what we're doing. So if I hit B, I go to this. Now you can see it's not that super green color. I didn't want to waste. But now we're good. So let's place try doing vertical thins instead. See if that helps. So that's the general idea there. And then I'll build like that, and then I'll encase that in another house, and I might have a tower come off one. But I think the building system that they've done here is actually really good. I think it's got great bones. I think it has great potential. So I guess what we're gonna do, what I need to do, let's go build this. I need logs. Just axe this guy down. It hit the rock behind it, so it's telling me I needed a pickaxe. This game also has kind of a very similar setup as like a Valheim too. Like if you might not have noticed in the beginning, but with the character creation, you can have a character and you can level them up and you can do your stuff, and then you can go in other worlds. And you could do that with Valheim. Like you could have like high end, like you could have every kind of gear in the world, and you could join some like a friend's world, and you're just like, theirs was a little cheesy in some ways because you could literally just like, you could join their world and then give them that stuff and you'd unlock all the recipes for them rather than them have to actually find them. So I don't anticipate that being this or this having that. Let's see. Okay, I need some blacks. Let's see. I know for a fact, yep, there we are. I like that they kept the same stylistic assets in a way for their flax. This is how their flax looks in RuneScape. Has the same, it's like, it's bluish color with very thin. It makes you feel like you're playing RuneScape, but you're playing it in a whole different way, a whole different setting. So see, I unlocked some of these. So let's craft one of those. I'm gonna go here. Oh, need a roof. Let me guess. I might be able to build a roof. I'm gonna go just try to find some loose ones laying about real quick. I don't want this all to be about building, but I'm just trying to build what I need to build. Go get a roof over this so that I can at least use that spending station. Try to go with a Alright, well, let's just sleep real quick. I'll chop down one tree and is this like a half and half almost? Oh, pretty close. I can eat some roasted cabbage. I'm drinking so much water, I'm gonna have to pee. And being as I'm eating a lot of cabbage. That could be deadly too. For other reasons. Snag these ashen logs. Yep. Oh, I found a bird's nest. I just now noticed right up there, number 6. So, we'll, and I can chop thorny vines now. So let's see what we get. I'm gonna open this bird's nest. I got 4 feathers and 2 coarse animal fur. Not bad. I'm gonna go grab these 2 berry bushes here and start having it do some berry bush, some of that particular stuff there. Let's take those out, put that in, that in. Okay. Let's just hit B here. We're gonna put some walls in. Sweet, now I can use the spinning wheel. So we'll throw this on there, get coarse thread, and then that coarse thread will just gonna use this thicker one here and see if that there. Like, cannot seem to get that doing what I want it to do. Okay. Alright, coarse thread has now been, so that with the thread, now that unlocks. I don't know why it unlocks these, but it does. But I wanted this, so I need 3 more thread and some more logs. Now I'll just pick up the logs, but I'm gonna go kill Kebits for the other stuff. I'm gonna take down some rats too. Oh, that was a different attack than I was anticipating. Came at me from a different angle. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. Now I've unlocked special actions, so I can be like, "Wajah!" and then I can hit the center button and do a special attack. Oh yeah, just get some. You see something glinting in the bucket. Reaching into the cold water, you pull out a strange-looking amulet that's even colder to the touch. Restless ghost. Search for a purpose to the amulet of ghost speed. That's something pulled directly out of RuneScape itself. Alright, got some more course stuff. Let's see if it's enough to make what we need to make the bow. Have the wood. That was not what it was. So I just need one more. And find some more kebbits. There's a kebbit over there at least. Yeah, get wrecked, son. Alright, so we got some more goblin packs. We'll open those. Got some more rune essence. You usually get a fair bit of rune essence from these guys and runes and stuff. Got a healing potion, a nature rune, and a fire rune, and more essence. So because we got that nature and fire rune, we earned some more stuff for ourselves here. Let's just mine some of this. I'd like to make a few more earth runes. I also need to go find some more kebbits. Let's go back to kebbit hunting. Took that flax because I mean you have to be doing the ABGs, which is always be gathering. That's how you end up with surpluses. Always be gathering. Alright. What we're going to do is I just want to make that bow. I want to shoot a deer, try to get some antlers, and then take them to the old man, complete that quest, and then I think we'll call it a stream. Oh, that's excellent. Look at that detail. That's really cool because you can see it's not raining in there, and then it's raining here. So like, there's that little bit of overhang, just like in real life. That's pretty dope. Pretty awesome. Okay, I forgot that I need sticks. Haha. Made you not look, I don't know. What? So now I can cast Tempest Shield. Conjure a shield of air magic that prevents all damage while blocking for a limited time, triggering a powerful burst when the spell ends. Attack levels increase duration. There we go. Here's a good amount of bone logs, but let's just be fair, they're sticks. Since we can, let's make. I had 70, so Let's just craft like another 40. Now let's craft maximum on these guys. Because if you, here, since, I mean, I might as well... Oh, I don't have it made. That's okay. I'll show staffs next episode. Because I can craft them right here, but I have to... Oh, technically it'd be easier for me to craft that than a bow. We're going to craft a bow real quick. We're going to put that down here. We're going to open that. We're going to move these guys out. Bow on 5. Alright, let's go hunt some deer. Definitely saw some deer over this way. I like the way that my cloak... Oh, I love the look of that. It's very woven. It looks really well done. But the way the rain like makes it so glossy. Oh, perfect. Wow, I'm glad I caught that on stream. Sweet, I got antler. So I got meat stew. It says I have 4 more. Oh god, please don't be attacking me. I love that effect though. I love the... Oh yeah, he is. Run! Flee for your life. Okay, I guess maybe not. Never know when he's going to attack, to be honest. That's such a cool effect, I just can't get over that. How are you getting on? Got me any antlers yet? Ah, excellent. You've got 1. We can begin. This ritual is a bit old school, proper druidic guff, but it's handy in a pinch. It homes in on the spiritual residue of our subject, in this case, young Cathan. Using this old shoe of his as a spiritual connection, vile, but useful, just don't sniff it. We'll just then point the antler at the map, and it'll point straight to where we'll find him, or at least where he's been most the last couple days. Now then, we just need to spread the rune essence like so, add a dash of this weird ungent stuff Xanic made from snails, and then boom. Ah, the castle. Not ideal. That place is a veritable goblin threshold. Go see if you can find him, but make sure you're geared up for a fight. I don't like the way that dragon's sounding right now. I feel like he's like pretty close right now. So we're just gonna hunker down here. And that's gonna be it for the first stream. About an hour and a half, roughly. And yeah. So this right here is Runescape, DragonWilds. Really happy with it so far. There's a lot of replayability in the game. I can't wait for even more things to come out and to go. The devs are taking a little tiny, minute break because they just launched, like I said, a few days ago. So they're taking a step back and just kind of monitoring things for a smidge to give themselves a little bit of break. They'll be back really soon, like within the next day or 2, and just bring in more stuff. So super excited. Thanks for coming around with me on this journey, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.